You want to get your backyard summer ready, but you don't want to break the bank? Wayfair gets it. Planning on dining al fresco or relaxing poolside? Wayfair has everything you need to prep your space. Shop now and save up to 70% off during Wayfair's 4th of July clearance. Score huge deals on outdoor furniture, area rugs, and more. We're talking thousands of products for every style and budget. Plus, surprise flash deals July 6th. Don't wait. Shop Wayfair's 4th of July clearance now through July 6th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
You are listening to Wine and Crime, a podcast where two friends chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents. What is stuck to your forehead?
It's one of my crystals.
Oh, it's beautiful. Green calcite?
Yes.
Love.
I'm just charging it on my third eye.
I have some jasper. It's a little bit bigger than yours.
Yeah, she's thick.
If you can't tell, we're not drinking today.
Well, no, I rarely am, but I'm always high. I'm Amanda.
Oh, I'm Lucy.
And this week, wait, we haven't even done the intro yet.
I just did.
Oh, you did? Hi. Holy shit. Are you sure?
You are listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where two friends chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents.
Well,
If I didn't before, I did now. Okay, you're there. Here we are.
We're here.
We're totally here.
I'm charging this green calcite on my third eye, and I will see the future. And it looks bleak.
It is dark.
It's not what I was hoping for. But I'll take it.
Well, anyway, thank you for joining us today. We have a very special fan pick.
Mm-hmm.
This week's topic is Peace Corps crimes.
Yeah, the Peace Corps.
The Peace Corps. And this topic was chosen by Sharaf Alarani.
Mm-hmm.
And Sharaf has sent a little note. And it says, I'd love to dedicate this episode to my amazing wife, Marina, for her birthday, which was September 5th. That was a while ago.
Happy late birthday, Marina!
Or early birthday.
Happy birthday to ya, late and early.
Sweet Marina. We just wrapped up her month-long birthday celebration, and I'd like to end it with this dedication. Sorry it's so late.
September birthdays love to have a birthday month. As a September 30th birthday, and one of my other besties, Robbie, is a September 2nd birthday, so we bookend the month and we celebrate.
Oh my God.
For the whole fucking month. And by we, I mean me. He gets 2 days of September and I get the rest.
And Corey's birthday is September 16th. So he's right in the middle.
And my mom's is the 18th.
All right.
Then my dad was October 3rd and my sister is November 12th.
Okay. Well,
What
a string.
happening in the fall.
Yeah, busy fall.
Lot of Valentine's Day / New Year's Eve fucking in the Jacobson family tree.
Oh my God. Okay. Sharaf goes on to say, a little personal note, Marina, who is also a Minnetonka alumni class of 07.
Oh!
I'll look you up in my yearbooks.
Yeah.
That sounded real weird. Sometimes goes to bed before me and falls asleep listening to crime podcasts. I always thought it was adorable until one night I came home after gaming and heard us say they disagreed with her, so she burnt them all.
Yes. Burn them all, of course.
I couldn't stop laughing. Marina's favorite cocktail is a classic Negroni with a Prosecco float, so please pair the episode with that if possible. Amanda, were you able to make Marina's dreams come true?
Yeah, I can share a Negroni sbagliato recipe, which is what I will be doing for the pairing.
Is that what sbagliato means?
We'll get to it.
Okay, well,
Shut it down.
Get to it, Amanda. What is our wine crime pairing for Peace Corps crimes?
As the viral audio would say, a Negroni, sbagliato with Prosecco in it. So sbagliato with Prosecco in it is redundant because a Negroni sbagliato is a Negroni with Prosecco in it, period.
Okay.
In Italian, sbagliato translates to mistake. And according to legend, it was accidentally invented in Milan's Bar Basso when a bartender grabbed a bottle of sparkling wine instead of gin to make a Negroni.
A true mistake.
A true mistake, but then they discovered something delicious. What if we topped a Negroni, a classic Negroni with gin, with sparkling to make it taste super good? And they were like, okay,
holy
sbagliato, let's fucking go. This is a bubbly, lighter spin. Oh, you don't even use gin. Ha, this is great. This is a bubbly, lighter spin on the classic, and it replaces the gin with bubbly Prosecco. The ingredients are 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. I'm thinking about that vermouth from the wine tasting that we had with the sparkling water.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah, I want that sweet vermouth, that specific vermouth. We literally had
Sweet
it just
summertime
with
drink.
sparkling water and like an orange slice. And it was like the best cocktail. It was so refreshing, a little lower alcohol. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this Negroni. 1 ounce of Prosecco, or you could just do Prosecco to taste. Ice and an orange peel or an orange slice for garnish. You're going to add the Campari and the sweet vermouth to a rocks or highball glass with 1 large ice cube. So if you have like an ice tray with the tray in the shape of your beautiful home state, like I do, I have a Minnesota ice tray. So you can make this with a big Minnesota shaped ice in it.
I like that.
Stir gently to chill the liquids. Top with Prosecco. Gently stir once more because it'll foam up. Prosecco's sparkly, sparkly. Then garnish with orange slice or express the oils of an orange peel. You can just twist the oils of the peel over the drink and then plop it right in.
What's the when you express the orange peel, but you have like the lighter so it like sparkles?
I don't know. That's like just a unnecessary fanciness.
No, there's an orange shot where you light the top of it on fire. Whatever.
I don't fuck with fire garnish.
Well, I used to
I
work.
care about my eyebrows too much for that.
I worked at a succession of 3 different martini bars.
I've never worked at a bar that did any flaming shots. It's like insane for your liability insurance. You should not be doing that.
I don't know what I was 19.
They don't give a fuck in
I was
Iowa.
21. No. It's a basement bar of a restaurant. No one's checking in.
No one's checking. Mm-mm. Oh, anyway, that is the pairing. Should you choose to Negroni, there's your little sbagliato recipe. And I guess that's a nod to our fan picker's beautiful Marina.
Okay.
Your favorite.
Cheers to you, Marina.
A cheers with my very fancy water.
Wait, I just had a flash of that bar that I worked at. the manager. I'm pretty sure he used to be like one of those like flare tenders. Because he could do all sorts of tricks. That's who taught me how to do those.
I hate a flare tender.
It's all coming back to me.
I hate a flare tender.
Oh my God. I'm having a flood of memory. I have to go. We have to take a break. All my flare tending skills are coming back.
Ew, flare maxing.
Quick, get me a shaker.
No. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Oh my God. Okay. We're going to have a word from our sponsors. I'm going to practice my flare tending and we'll be right back. I'm like Tom Cruise and Cocktail, baby.
If we don't come back to you flipping a fucking shaker in the air, I'm going to be so pissed. So you better go find one to at least toss.
All right. I'll be right back. We'll be right back.
We can all agree that housing is expensive. If you rent or have a mortgage, honestly, it does not matter which one you're paying. It is gonna hurt every month. It really stings. But Built can make it feel a little bit better, and we're going to tell you how.
Built started out rewarding members on their rent, and now, as of 2026, Built members can also earn points on mortgage payments wherever they live. Every housing payment earns you points you can use towards flights with top travel partners like United and Hyatt, Lyft rides, Amazon.com purchases, and so much more. I love using my Built points towards local restaurants in my community. It's a really fun way to just like get to know your neighborhood a little bit better. But here's what I think is the most underrated part. Built members also get access to a neighborhood concierge. It can make restaurant reservations, book fitness classes, and find new local spots, like I said, all while being rewarded at more than 45,000 merchant partners. It's like having a little personal assistant baked into where you live. It's so simple. Being a renter and now owning a home is better with Built.
Join the membership for where you live at joinbuilt.com/gals. That's JOINBILT.com/gals. Make sure to use our URL so they'll know we sent ya.
The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. They're always in the laundry because they're just that good. They're comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. And that's why we love Quince. They make elevated essentials using premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, washable silk without that traditional retail markup.
I do love Quince because it like shines in every season. I get really excited about the cashmere sweaters and stuff in the winter, but then I get really excited about the European linen in the summer.
The sets
are so cute. The dresses, they've got 100% European linen pants. They've got dresses. They've got tops. These are pieces that you could reach for all summer long over and over and over again. They're lightweight. They're effortless to style. And they start at just $32. You know I'm a big fan of their denim. I do not go anywhere without my Quince denim. It's soft. It's comfortable. Their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when the evenings cool down with their cute barrel leg light wash jeans that I'm obsessed with. Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch. If you need a little, styling for those cute little Quince pieces that you just got, you don't even have to go to a different website. They've got you covered. Simple hoops or delicate chains make even the most effortless outfit feel intentional. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middlemen, so you're paying for exceptional quality, not brand markup. And like we kind of mentioned with the jewelry and stuff, it's not just apparel. Don't you have bedding from Quince?
I love my Quince bedding more than
you really do.
I'm in the market for a new summer quilt.
Yep. So they've got the elevated essentials for your home, like that bedding. They have stuff for your bath. They have stuff for the kitchen. It's like they have furniture. It's just, they have everything that you could possibly need.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/wine for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/wine for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/wine.
Starting a business is a big deal, and it can be hard, especially if you're selling products that you have to keep an inventory of and ship and get sizes, etc., etc., etc. And what is an amazing tool to make your life so much simpler, if you are a retailer like we are, is Shopify. Honestly, they've made everything so simple. All the tools you need to launch are already included and ready from day one. They've got your back.
Shopify has these beautiful templates and AI tools that help you get a stunning site up and running super fast. You don't even need to know how to code,
right,
which is a real treat for someone like us. It looks super polished and professional, and it's so quick. Shopify checkout also means more customers actually buy, and returning ones can do it in a single click.
I love this.
And when customers come back and actually complete the checkout process and buy the stuff in their cart, it really boosts your confidence as a business owner. You know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And if questions come up, Shopify's built-in AI assistant Sidekick is ready to help you build, troubleshoot, and just keep on moving. You've got a personal assistant in your back pocket for moments when maybe you don't really feel like you know what you're doing. Shopify makes it so easy to get back on track. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started.
Maybe just like yours. All you need is the idea. Shopify handles the rest. Start your free trial at shopify.com/gals. Start your free trial at shopify.com/gals. All right. We're back. Lucy.
I did find my shaker.
She's got her shaker. All right. Whoa. Wow.
Woo!
Really special stuff. I would kill to see you doing that during an actual shift, like with the fear in your eyes.
Hitting myself in the mouth with it every now and then.
Jesus Christ.
Next time we have a meat raffle at the Alpine, I'll
yes, you have to get behind the bar and start
make some titty balls.
Make some craft cocktails, craft shots.
My favorite is after you shake with the pint glass and then you hit it with your palm.
Yeah, you gotta get it loose. Gotta get it loose. All right. Well, what else do you have for us for Peace Corps crimes that somehow you're doing a cocktail bit for? Oh, right, because of the Negroni. Got it. Oh, right, that's my fault. Got it.
Oh, right, that was 4 minutes ago.
All me, 100% me. That was entirely my fault. Yeah. Got it.
Okay, so the Peace Corps is a U.S. government agency that trains and deploys volunteers to communities in partner countries around the globe. Mm-hmm. The purpose of the Peace Corps is to assist other countries in their development efforts by providing skilled workers in the fields of education, agriculture, health. There has been a particular emphasis on like HIV/AIDS. Mm-hmm. Trade, technology, environmental protection, women's economic empowerment, and community development.
Okay. Lot of things that the Peace Corps deploys people to help with.
Lot of things. Peace Corps volunteers are assigned to specific projects on the basis of their skills, education, and experience. So basically, when you want to apply, you go through a fairly lengthy interview.
Mm-hmm. To see where's best for you to be placed.
Yeah, they also typically require a college degree. So depending on like your experience, your educational experience too, you could be placed in a particular category. Mm-hmm. Once abroad, the volunteer is expected to function for 2 years as a good neighbor in the host country, make an earnest effort to speak the language and like, assimilate to the culture and like live
among the people. Yeah,
to live on a level comparable to like
the people
your
you
counterparts in the wherever you are. Just because I already touched on it a little bit, to join the Peace Corps, you have to be 18 years old and a U.S. citizen. There is no upper age limit. So actually there have been pushes in the past to like campaign or to like market towards baby boomers.
To join the Peace Corps.
Yeah, it's like, what else are you doing? Your kids are out of the house. You're retired. Mm-hmm. So married couples can apply together, but you can't like bring your kids. You can't serve if you've ever worked in government intelligence.
Okay.
And the other way around, you can't serve in government intelligence for a certain amount of time after you serve in the Peace Corps.
Okay. There's like a statute of limitations on that.
They just don't want you to have personal relationships with people in
conflicts of interest in countries where you may have negotiations or
and we'll get to
funding
we'll get to more of that. Mm-hmm. So you get like 3 months of training in the United States, and then you're expected to serve for at least 2 years in your country. So while they are there, they do get paid a living allowance depending on their needs. Depends on where you are, and if like your allowance would be completely different if you were working in like downtown Moscow versus a like a smaller village somewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So their stipend is intended to cover housing, food, transportation, and just like regular living expenses. And then they also get between $3,000 and $10,000 once they complete their service, depending on how long they served. Mm-hmm. Or like you can get more if you go back for another 2 years or whatever.
It's like a bonus after completion.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. This is how the Peace Corps describes itself today. This is from their website. For 65 years, Peace Corps volunteers have partnered with community members in more than 140 countries, putting their experience, skills, grit, and purpose to work on locally led projects. It's been called the toughest job you'll ever love. Tough because it asks so much of you, and the love part comes from knowing your work can transform lives and build bridges across cultures.
Okay.
That's from their website.
Got
So
it.
the idea of the Peace Corps came about in 1950 when a guy named Walter Reuther, who at the time was president of the United Auto Workers Union, so like kind of a
Big deal.
big leadership role, he published an article titled A Proposal for a Total Peace Offensive. So this is 1950. We're still reeling from 2 world wars, you know, that we're rebuilding and like diplomacy. Everyone's trying to be like a little bit more optimistic for the future. So in his article, he wrote, I have been saying for a long time that I believe the more young Americans who are trained to join with other young people in the world to be sent abroad with slide rule, textbook, and medical kit to help people help themselves with the tools of peace, the fewer young people will need to be sent with guns and weapons of war.
Okay. Yeah. Idealistic, but, you know, admirable goal.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be said about the benefits of, especially when you're young, traveling and serving and learning about different types of communities and people. Like,
Absolutely.
of course that's beneficial.
You're never too old to learn from other cultures and learn how other people live and learn how similarly we all live and exist.
And then also in this era, like so many young people had been sent to wars to die that hopefully now this is the first generation of young people where they won't have to do that, but they kind of have to find something else for them, like find something for them to do. So there are lots of different reasons why the Peace Corps came to be.
And diplomacy and fostering goodwill among America and other nations obviously is
the world, repairing
important,
the
but
PR, the image.
Yeah, there's
of America.
usually a sinister reason for us trying to foster goodwill with any nation.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we always do.
So the Peace Corps was established officially by executive order of President John F. Kennedy on March 1st, 1961.
Ever heard of him?
And authorized by the U.S. Congress through the Peace Corps Act of September 22nd of 1961. In its first year, the Peace Corps had 900 volunteers serving 16 countries, reaching its all-time peak just 5 years later in 1966 with 15,556 volunteers in 52 countries.
Wow, that's amazing. So many people participated.
It exploded. So, yes, but a note about this peak of over 15,000 people. In 1966, by joining the Peace Corps, this was an option to avoid the draft because we're in Vietnam at this point.
Got it. Okay.
So you can avoid the draft either by applying to the Peace Corps and claiming that it had nothing to do with the draft. You just really wanted to join the Peace Corps. Or by joining as a fulfillment of the alternative service required to maintain your conscientious objector status.
And the Peace Corps definitely has always, at least since this movement, has had that sort of like hippie culture vibe or like reputation to it. So it would make sense that the peak of that movement would be people who did not want to participate in Vietnam.
Yet another fucking war. Exactly. So yeah, you could either come out and say, I am applying for conscientious objector status and I'm doing this as a part of that and sort of risking that not qualifying, I think. Or joining it and being like, oh.
What a coinkydink.
Yeah.
Just worked out that way.
Either way, lots of young people joined the Peace Corps in 1966. Since it's started until today, over 240,000 Americans have volunteered and served in 142 countries. So in its first couple of decades, women made up about 40% of the Peace Corps.
Cool.
which the source that was from was like, oh, affirmative action. They made sure that it was diverse because women were part of it.
I just imagine a lot of women would want to sign up for it.
Yeah, but it's also still the 60s. So
I guess.
a lot of women were homemakers too. Or getting married, Okay, so it was diverse in terms of men and women, but people of color were not nearly as common among volunteers because, again, the Corps required a college degree. And in this era, there just were not as many Black college graduates. We're going to come back to the race thing, of course, but just keep that in mind. So over the years, funding has been variously cut and boosted depending on the administration and also the goals of international politics. So, for example, the budget increased after 9/11 and then increased again in 2008 as part of an Obama stimulus package.
Okay.
Although the total number of Peace Corps volunteers steadily declined over that decade just because, I don't know, everyone was fucking broke and busy and poor and sad.
Yeah. What else is new?
I almost joined AmeriCorps, which is the kind of the same thing, but only domestically. Because I graduated from college in 2009 with an English degree and I couldn't get a job to save my life. But by then, Corey and I were living together, but we couldn't go somewhere together because we weren't married.
Right.
So it was like, well, I don't.
Yeah, that's how you ended up teaching in China. Because you actually could go together without being married.
It was
Which makes
almost
sense.
AmeriCorps.
Yeah.
I just had to get out of the country.
Yeah. Had to.
So the Peace Corps has been criticized for failing to properly respond to the sexual violence that many of its female volunteers face. Advocates say that the Peace Corps regularly denies relocation requests or questions/blames the victim.
Yeah.
And just generally ignores safety concerns.
That's prominently a problem in my case. Not with sexual assault, but,
I mean, yeah, just safety. We'll get to some of the stats. But among the average 8,655 volunteers every year, so we'll call it 8,600 volunteers every year, on average, 22 women report being the victims of a rape or attempted rape.
Oh, no.
In 2009, a person named Casey Frazee, who was sexually assaulted while serving in South Africa, created an advocacy group called First Response Action to fight for a stronger response from the Peace Corps for volunteers who are survivors or victims of physical or sexual violence. In 2010, concerns about the safety of volunteers were illustrated by an official report that was compiled from public documents listing hundreds of violent crimes against volunteers since 1989.
And earlier, which we'll get to, but it just wouldn't be on the books.
This is just when it started being compiled and reported or recorded, not reported.
Right.
In 2011, a 2020 investigation found that more than 1,000 young American women have been raped or sexually assaulted in the last decade while serving as Peace Corps volunteers in foreign countries.
Wow, that's really scary.
In 2009, which was the most recent year reported according to the Wikipedia article, within the Peace Corps, 69% of all crime victims were women. 88% of them were under the age of 30. And 82% were white. Worldwide, there were 15 cases of rape or attempted rape and 96 cases of sexual assault reported against female Peace Corps volunteers.
And keep in mind that not that white women don't make up a large amount of people who are victimized by sexual violence. And that statistic is not surprising considering the Peace Corps had systemic racial boundaries that kept people of color out of serving. And so statistics among an organization that predominantly accepts volunteers who are white is going to have a higher statistic of crime against white people.
Right, exactly.
So just one of those things about stats where you still have to use your critical thinking skills before we turn that into a talking point about white people being the victims of crime.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not what either of us are doing. It's just one of those stats that could be easy to manipulate.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting that
No.
it was like it's 50-50, you know, people of color and white people in this group, which it is not. Currently, it's about 65% white. But this was also back in 2009. And you're also not evenly distributing anyone across any like particular location or same with the demographic of the volunteers themselves. So 82% of the victims were white is not really trying to say anything. It was just one of these statistics. But we are going to talk more about racism within the Peace Corps. So in March of 2020, for the first time in its history, all Peace Corps volunteers worldwide were pulled out of service because of COVID.
That's
which is kind of gnarly in and of itself, but even worse, when they got home, they were not eligible for unemployment or health benefits because they were technically volunteers and not like federal government, federal workers of any kind.
Fuck that.
Isn't that really fucked up?
That sucks.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There was a push from lawmakers to like give them some sort of safety net. I'm not really sure what all became of that, if anything, but or like when they were allowed to return to service.
That's wild. Because while they're serving, they're being, I know they volunteer, but they're being paid. Their living expenses are being paid. So what are they fucking supposed to do?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You know. In 1986, during the Reagan administration, an article in the Multinational Monitor looked critically at the Peace Corps. So while it praised the Peace Corps for its like grassroots, interpersonal, like sort of really low overhead, like it's not this big, large agency. It's individuals going into these places.
It's a government nonprofit that makes them look good, basically. It's not making us a bunch of money. It's fostering goodwill with other countries.
Exactly.
It's a good program. It's not the
in general, it's a good program. But the article, there was a lot of criticism that I think does a good job illustrating some of the complications within the program. So this is what was written. Many returned volunteers complained that the Peace Corps does little to promote or make use of their rich experience once they return. So remember what I said, they can't work in government intelligence, which is fair, but also like it would be kind of cool if there was a little bit of a landing pad opportunity for them from the government when they came back is kind of what they're saying.
Yeah, to develop a long-term career skill.
Because then that's actually still a criticism today that joining the Peace Corps is just nothing more than like a resume builder where you are completely removed from your own economy for 2 years. You're plugged in to somebody else's community, filling a job that someone from their community could have had. And then when you get back, you don't have any real experience other than like, oh, you travel and you personally benefit, like you enrich your own life, but it's not like you're not necessarily coming back with hard applicable skills.
Yeah. You're not coming back a medical professional.
Right.
Or like an IT tech professional or a diplomat or
and also while you're over there, you're just displacing local people too. So there's an argument to be made there. So a Peace Corps volunteer is sent in to relieve the local government from having to develop policies that assure equitable distribution of health care. So, during the early years, there were many failures in structure and programming. Some critics charge that the Peace Corps is only a somewhat ineffective attempt to counter damage done to the U.S. image abroad by its aggressive military and unscrupulous businesses. Many observers and some returned volunteers charge that, in addition to public relations for the United States, Peace Corps programs serve to legitimize dictators.
Oh, okay.
When he began evaluating the Corps in the 1960s, Charlie Peters, I don't know who that is, found, quote, they were training volunteers to be junior diplomats. So I think this this person, he's referring to the 3-month training program that you have to take before you go abroad.
So you're like kind of trained in how you're supposed to behave over there, and it's propagandized.
That's sort of what they're hinting at, but he goes on to say, giving them, meaning the volunteers, a course in American studies, world affairs, and communism. So yeah, there is a teacher, presumably a teacher, teaching a class and telling their students about communism and then sending them to a communist country. Like there's a lot of room for propaganda influencing, it goes on to say, although it seems unlikely that the Peace Corps is used in covert operations, wittingly or not, it is often used in conjunction with U.S. military interests. In a review of the Peace Corps in March, the House Select Committee on Hunger praised the agency for effective work in the areas of agriculture and conservation, while recommending that the Corps expand its African Food Systems Initiative, increase the number of volunteers in that field, recruit more women, and move to depoliticize country dictatorships. So all of this to say, it's kind of complicated when you're considering international diplomacy and politics. But that's not even like what I would argue would be the kind of the biggest issue of it, which is like the whiteness of it all, the white savior, the neocolonialism. Like when I first started reading about this, I was
it feels like just it's non-religious government sponsored missionary work is what it is. Sounds like to me.
So I was looking into that. They specifically they're not like hosted or affiliated with religious groups. And that was initially because remember how JFK was Catholic?
Yeah.
Did you know JFK was Catholic?
Oh my God, how it was a huge deal. Wasn't he like the first Catholic president?
Yeah, but it was a very big deal. So he said, we're not doing shit with religious programs because I don't want to be blamed or, cast judgment
down the
upon
road.
If we send someone to Italy and they're with a Christian, like a church or something. I don't know, I said Italy. I was thinking about Rome. So that's kind of why, I'm sure that's not the only reason, but they are not intentionally not affiliated with religious groups. However, again, just the foreign relations of it all, it just shifts the influence from religious to political. So you still have to be pretty careful about that. And also, they kind of yanked this whole idea from an HBCU program.
That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Because it does at its roots, it's a great idea. If it weren't being propagandized and weren't actively engaging in colonialism, where it could be adjusted to be more of like a foreign exchange program where people integrate with communities by staying with host families and doing things like that and integrating into daily life with the help of actual locals who live in the community and can help foster those relationships in a more equitable way. Sure, there are all kinds of things that could be done. So it doesn't surprise me that the core idea of it would be stolen and then bastardized by the government, by white supremacy.
And monopolized by, the U.S. government, which at the end of the day, their only interest is power and money. And you have the program itself is, like I said, really small, grassroots, low overhead. But the effect and the fact that it's managed and overseen by the U.S. government, we really can't have nice things. This is from an article from the Hilltop Online. But like we said, the Peace Corps was established in 1961 by executive order of JFK. Gloria Braxton, the former director of Southern University's Center for International Development Programs, noted how the Peace Corps program was modeled after Operation Crossroads Africa, or OCA, a once flourishing HBCU exchange program founded by the Reverend James H. Robinson to promote international scholarship, foreign language proficiency, and cultural and racial understanding. So Kennedy even confirmed this himself in his 1962 address.
I was inspired by that.
He addressed OCA volunteers who were visiting the White House And he said in his little talk that Operation Crossroads Africa was the progenitor of the Peace Corps. Mm-hmm. That's what he said.
Yep.
So that's what it was.
We stole it.
And now we require a college degree, so most of them are white, especially in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s.
And there are still people who are like, systemic racism isn't a thing. And you're like, okay, enjoy all of our student loans. We wouldn't even have to pay for college if it weren't for white people not wanting black people to go to college. College used to be free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But back to the stats of it all.
Yeah.
So I said that 65% of Peace Corps, and this is from a 2020 report, 65% of volunteers are white, but only 7.8% are Black Americans. So because there's also, a bunch of other people.
Right. There are plenty of non-white people of color. Or non-black people of color, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. So Hispanic and Latino volunteers make up about 14% of volunteers. It's still just not very diverse. And I feel like we could do something about that, especially if we're trying to repair our image on a global level. Mm-hmm. Like this article, they were talking to graduates from Howard University who had been Peace Corps volunteers. And she was a Black student, Howard University. She was saying how she went and served in Kenya, and some of the people who she was working with, some of the local people were like, well, Peace Corps volunteers are white. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
So I don't know. I think there is a lot more room for us to be a lot more intentional about what we're doing, who's doing it, where we're doing it. And for the love of God, keep the volunteers safe.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? You're just ignoring. You're just ignoring. So,
well, you'll get to continue to be angry about that.
Well, good.
So hold on to that.
I think I will.
Please do. And hold on to it while we take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors and maybe hit some subsidies that are going to help us get through this next little portion.
Subsidies?
Substances. Keep up with my abbreviations.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said subsidies. I have government agencies on the brain.
Okay, girl. That's short for girlfriend.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Love that. We'll
be right B after these M's from our
S's.
BRB
after these M's from our S's. From these BMs from our asses. We'll be right back after these BMs from our asses.
I love a good bargain. I loved hunting through thrift stores and garage sales and stuff like that. I love a good find. And when I find something cool, just being able to know that it's good quality, ask questions about the condition. There is magic in shopping in person, and truly Whatnot delivers that same magic online.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting to tap into your love of finding those deals from the comfort of your home, because Whatnot, it's the #1 live shopping app in the United States. Shopping happens in real time with real people. They're having, like you said, real conversations. People are asking about the product. The person is telling you about the product, all happening in real time. And the deals are incredible. On Whatnot, you're connecting with sellers and other shoppers. It's like hanging out with a group that gets you. This is a fun way to shop. You almost never pay full price, and you can shop for so many different things. You can shop for name brands across makeup, perfume, clothes, handbags, jewelry, and more, all without the sticker shock. This is the place to find great deals on products that you love. I am super into all of these candies and snacks from all over the world. So I've been following a bunch of these candy and snack sellers.
Fun.
Yeah, I got a huge candy bundle just a couple weeks ago that I got on Whatnot, and I was so excited when that box arrived. And honestly, it arrived within 5 days of me ordering it. I was super stoked at how quick the turnaround was, and it did not take me 5 days to eat all that candy, I'll tell you that. And if you are interested in becoming a seller, maybe you have clothes or bags or accessories that are just sitting in your closet that you're not wearing anymore, Whatnot makes it super easy to turn them into cash. You can connect with shoppers who share your style and have fun going live while doing it. It's a great way to find new brands because sellers don't gatekeep, baby.
Download Whatnot today and get $20 off and free shipping on your first purchase. Search Whatnot WHATNOT in the App Store. Sign up and start finding the best deals on the products you love with $20 off and free shipping on your first purchase.
Are you ready for my case?
Yeah.
I have the fan pick case today, so prepare to be sad.
Oh, no.
But for real, this case remains one of the darkest chapters in the history of the Peace Corps, so let's get into it. Deborah Gardner was born in 1953 and raised in and around Tacoma, Washington, where she very much developed that laid-back hippie vibe to her. Her parents remembered her as a woman of exceptional beauty and spirit, and that exceptional spirit continued to guide her when, after graduating from Washington State University, she felt a calling to serve others and joined the Peace Corps. So she joined the Peace Corps in the 70s and got placed in 1974. So not during that peak time, but not that long after.
Okay.
She's there in the mid 70s. It's still kind of in its heyday at that point.
Yeah. Still very, very hippie. We don't want to go to Vietnam.
Well, and if you look at pictures of her on the drive, like if you looked up, white ladies joining the Peace Corps in the 1970s,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would be her
Yep.
photo. She's gorgeous and looks incredibly happy and excited to, have this opportunity. And I would be too. So she volunteers for the Peace Corps and she is assigned to the Kingdom of Tonga.
Oh.
This is from an article that I'm going to reference a couple of times in here. That was like a scholarly article about kind of this case that, thank God, was free. So I could actually read the majority of it.
From Tacoma to Tonga.
Yeah. So, quote, the Kingdom of Tonga is an archipelago of 169 islands. The Peace Corps has been nice. The Peace Corps has been sending volunteers to Tonga since the early 1960s, mostly to serve as high school teachers, writers, and engineers. A poor nation with a limited agricultural economy, Tonga relied on American aid, and as events would show, was willing to accept American promises at face value to preserve good relations with the United States. We'll
Never do that.
We'll get to that little detail later. In early 1975, Deborah arrived in the Polynesian Kingdom of Tonga, where she was assigned to teach science and home economics at Tonga High School, and she was in kind of like on the main island, like capital city of the kingdom.
Okay.
Again, she wasn't living in like an apartment. She encouraged to be part of the local community that she was serving. And so she was essentially in like a shack cabin. They called it a hut that she rented in kind of an outside of the capital city community. And then she would commute on her bike to and from school every day.
So is it like she was staying in a building on somebody else's property, or it was like a community,
If you look at pictures on the drive, it's literally just like a shack on a dirt road. I don't know if it's on someone's property. She's renting it, probably for a small amount.
Okay.
That the government, that the Peace Corps is covering.
Oh,
It's a hut. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's on someone's property. She was assigned to teach science and home economics at Tonga High School, like I said. Gardner wanted to get closer to the culture, so she chose to live in a Tongan neighborhood outside of town in a simple one-room house. She was known around the neighborhood for riding her bicycle everywhere and decorating her home with weavings made by locals that she would pick up at the market. She was friendly and bonded quickly with the other Peace Corps volunteers. She did note that it was like challenged. She was feeling a lot of pressure about integrating with the culture because what was very normal behavior for her as a single woman in the United States was not seen that way by the local population in Tonga. So like she made it work, but it's challenging for her being a young woman,
like
on her own.
socializing with men.
Yeah, but even just like riding her bike by herself was like
being an independent woman.
Right. Was kind of considered like taboo. And then it's like sometimes she would go on dates like with guys. And it's like that was taboo. So it's just stuff like that. Like it was just it was a more conservative culture that she was trying to integrate into. And I think she just felt the strain of that.
And coming from like as a flower child in the 70s in the United States.
The free love
like
movement.
Sexual revolution, the pill.
Exactly.
And now you shouldn't ride your bike around.
Yeah. While Deborah was making friends, another volunteer had already established a far more unsettling reputation. So all that to say, because she was kind of finding it challenging to like make real connections within the local community, she was better friends with the other Peace Corps volunteers that were also stationed there. So she would hang out with like a handful. There's like one girl that she was really close friends with and a guy that she was really close friends with but wasn't dating. And then there's this other guy who is establishing a more unsettling reputation. His name is Dennis Priven. He's 24 years old. He's from Brooklyn, New York, and he had been in Tonga for about a year before Deborah arrived. He'd been there since 1974. She arrived in early 1975. He was assigned as a teacher of math and chemistry and was clearly smart and fine at his job, but his peers described him as introverted, cynical, and bizarre. Dude even had a super creepy accessory. He was rarely seen without a 6-inch diving knife strapped to his belt, which he even carried into his classrooms when he was teaching.
Now, dude, fucking calm down.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Walk around with a weapon like that into your classroom. Chill.
Yeah, I know. While he didn't have a formal criminal history in the United States prior to his service, he was known to be emotionally volatile and frequently contemptuous of his supervisors. So he did not like authority. From a scholarly article like I referenced earlier about this case that by the grace of God was free to access, quote, Priven, agnostic and cynical, loved to mock what he considered the repressed attitudes of the Tongan people, whose culture blended folk beliefs in spirits and magic with evangelical Christianity. I wonder how that happened. He was judgmental of volunteers who tried to participate in Tongan culture, as maybe someone like Deborah would have been.
Isn't that the point?
Yep.
That's the whole fucking point?
It's literally the whole point, but he's a douchebag. He's like an incel douchebag. As one might expect, Priven was no more able to get along with his supervisors in the Peace Corps. By late 1976, Priven, who hated Tonga and Tongans, was applying for an extended tour of duty.
Jesus. Extended tour?
Yes, and we'll get to why. He reacted violently when his application was denied. He had fallen in love with Gardner and thought he could make her love him.
Oh,
throughout 1975 and into 1976, he tried to cajole and manipulate her into dating him, and he eventually began stalking her.
Stop. I fucking hate this man.
Yep. So Priven became profoundly infatuated with Deborah, whose looks I really didn't want to focus on because this case is like all the reporting on this case is from the 70s. So every fucking article about her focuses predominantly on her looks. Mm-hmm. And like all that said, she was undeniably a beautiful gal. And this creep quickly became obsessed with her. But it wouldn't matter if she were beautiful or not. Once he got her in his sights, he was locked in and that was it. Like, and also it just doesn't matter.
Going on and on about how pretty a girl look does nothing but like take some of the blame off of the guy.
Yes.
Like, of course he fell in love with her. She was stunning.
Exactly. So it kind of, I mean, obviously these articles
could have looked like a boot. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing as what was she wearing?
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes. You're articulating that perfectly. That's exactly how I feel. You read my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So he becomes obsessed with her. He once apparently spent a significant amount of money to invite her to a fancy dinner, but the evening went poorly. Deborah felt uncomfortable after he tried to give her an expensive gift. I don't know what it was. And she ended the date early and left.
Good.
From there, right. But that just like she agrees to go on one date with him. It's a creep show. She leaves early and now he's fully stalking her.
And there's no good way out of the situation for her.
Nope.
Because now also he hates where he lives, but he wanted to stay there longer for her. Yep. All that does is build up all this resentment and anger and crazy.
He got denied, which is bad, but he also should have been denied and then moved somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we'll get to that. So he was visiting her school every day. They didn't work at the same school, but he was going to her school every day. Despite being told he was no longer welcome to do so, Deborah grew increasingly uncomfortable and desperate to escape him, even requesting a transfer to another island, while Priven had been trying to extend his service to remain near her. Fortunately, his request was denied by the Peace Corps director, but tragically, Deborah's request was also denied, forcing her to continue working with him or leave her own position early and go back to what? She had no job. She's living here. Why should she have to fucking leave because he's harassing her?
Right.
The tension broke in mid-October during a party for new volunteers. So new people were set to arrive, and the people who had been there for a while throw a party for them and welcome them. Deborah, who had been struggling with the pressure of this entire awful fucking situation, plus not really having the experience with the locals that she anticipated having. It's a more conservative culture than she was anticipating. Mm-hmm. Unwound with some drinks at this party, and probably a little too much to drink, but a friend of hers walked her home. This was her close friend, a guy named Emil Hans. Priven, witnessing Emil walking her home, was pissed. Because
he was stalking her.
Yep, was pissed that Emil was walking her home and not him. Within a few nights, on October 14th, 1976, Priven showed up at Deborah's hut. He was armed with a metal pipe, a syringe.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Cyanide, and his trusty diving knife.
Jesus Christ. Cyanide?
Cyanide and a syringe.
Ew. Ugh.
Neighbors heard Deborah's screams and rushed to the scene to help her, only to catch Priven trying to drag her bleeding body out the front door of the hut.
Ew.
He drops her and flees on his bicycle, leaving behind a flip-flop because he murdered her in flip-flops, his broken eyeglasses, and the infamous diving knife, which was now a murder weapon. Deborah Gardner was stabbed 22 times, but was somehow alive when authorities arrived to assist her. She did ultimately die at the hospital, but before she died, she was able to name Dennis Priven.
Good.
As the person who stabbed her. After a half-hearted and ultimately unsuccessful suicide attempt by Dennis Priven, he made some cuts to his arms and consumed this like methadone adjacent drug called Darvin that he had been previously prescribed for painful stomach cramps. And he like took an overdose of it. It feels very performative. It's like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. If you really wanted to.
Woman.
Yeah, you would. Then he turned himself into the police. What followed was a legal maneuver that many called a conspiracy to protect the Peace Corps' image. The Peace Corps provided Priven with a top-notch defense attorney and a psychiatrist who testified that Priven was a paranoid schizophrenic who believed Gardner was possessed by the devil.
Well, she was a woman.
Well, to be fair.
You're halfway there.
Witnesses both to the violence of the evening and to the history of Priven's behavior toward Deborah were suppressed in an effort to control the narrative. The court proceedings were minimal at best, and within a few short weeks of the murder, in a Tongan court with no counter experts, the jury reached a verdict in just 26 minutes. Not guilty by reason of insanity.
What?
Yeah.
Because he thought she was a witch?
His defense claimed that he was schizophrenic. He was a paranoid schizophrenic, and he thought she was possessed by the devil, and he didn't know what he was doing. And there were no counter experts for the prosecution. This was a defense team hired by the Peace Corps.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And the deliberations were over in 26 minutes, and he was found not guilty. And basically the U.S. government was like, okay, give him back to us, and we will commit him to a mental hospital here in Washington, D.C. We'll get him out of there. We'll be responsible for him. He'll have some consequences. And they were like, great, here, take him back. Make sure he's locked up. Like, we know this was shady. What the hell? Mm-hmm. However, once he reached American soil, the government discovered it had no legal grounds to hold him. A U.S. psychiatric evaluation later found no evidence of insanity, diagnosing him instead with a situational psychosis rather than paranoid schizophrenia.
You know what? I'm having a situational psychosis right now.
Yeah, I know, me too, at the mere conversation of this.
Look at her dress.
I know. Cutie pie.
No, I mean...
Oh,
her
the
dress.
the bloody one.
The
Yeah.
bloody dress.
Yeah, no, she was stabbed over 20 times.
Ugh.
Yeah, she was brutally murdered. So this murderer, Dennis Priven, walks free, moves back to New York because he's from Brooklyn. He goes and works for the Social Security Administration until his retirement.
That's great.
Author Philip Weiss noted in his 2004 book, American Taboo, about this case, that members of the Tongan government were also lied to. They were told that Priven was shot by a member of Gardner's family when he stepped off the plane that brought him home, and they were never informed that he was alive and free in the United States and that he'd never been prosecuted or put in an institution the way that they had told them they would. They were like, oh, don't worry about that. An angry family member shot him and killed him, so...
Who told him that?
Apparently the U.S. government was like, don't worry about it, Tonga. That resolved itself.
That they told the Tongan government that he was shot and killed.
Yep, that he was
so
dead.
So the issue was resolved.
Yep, so they wouldn't have to make good on any kind of promise to like put him in a facility.
God.
That's just from the book. I don't know what other source they have for that, but I just thought I would note it because I wouldn't be surprised
Jesus
if that were
Christ.
true. But isn't that crazy?
Yes.
The Peace Corps has faced decades of criticism for its handling of the case and, like you mentioned, many other violent crimes against Peace Corps volunteers, with allegations that they covered up the murder and prioritized their reputation over justice for Deborah. Dennis Priven lived as a free man for nearly 50 years after the crime, passing away on April 1st, 2023.
Oh,
he just
my
died 3 years
God.
ago.
Ew.
Yeah. Ew is right.
Surrounded by knives and various poisons, I guess.
Who knows?
The fuck is your plan for a cyanide with a syringe?
I don't know. And it's like the audacity to bring all of this when we all knew you were going to use your fuck ass incel diving knife anyway.
Right.
Dick ass loser.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And like,
God.
if that
also,
doesn't...
he's blonde. Or at least he was at the
is.
time.
No.
I know the photos are in black and white, but you can tell.
You can tell.
It's the worst.
The fact that they found him not guilty for whatever reason.
Yeah, insanity.
But you bring all of these implements with you.
Uh-huh.
That's like planning, premeditation.
Uh-huh.
You've been stalking her for months, weeks, whatever.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't think there was really any kind of hope of a prosecution the way that we understand it. And then the Peace Corps hires some proxy to basically be an American lawyer in a Tongan courtroom.
She's American too.
I know, to deal with it, but like no one cares about her. No one is.
I forgot. She rode her bike.
Yeah. Well, no one was really fighting for her the way that
she was pretty.
They were
It happens
protecting him.
to pretty girls. Mm-hmm. Pretty white girls.
Should have just gone out with him. Should have just been his boyfriend, right? I can't. I hate it. He's such a piece of shit. Anyway, rest in peace.
We could definitely have a part 2 on this topic. I feel.
We definitely could. Rest in peace, Deborah, and rest in piss,
Deborah.
Priven, Dennis, whatever the fuck your name is, loser Magoo, blonde man, douche.
Yuck.
And
Diving knife.
Special thanks to Sharaf for this.
Thanks, Sharaf.
This case is fascinating, and I knew very little about the Peace Corps. I had never heard of this case. Like, this was a really interesting episode. Yeah,
I didn't know much about it either,
grateful.
And the fact that there's always some fucking shadiness with anything having to do with the government, and like,
I know.
While the Peace Corps, everything you probably ever heard about it is
it was positive.
And on paper, it's so positive. Mm-hmm. And it's just, again, we can't have nice things.
No, we sure can't. But we'll keep trying.
We'll keep trying.
Oh, God bless.
Happy early birthday, Marina.
Or super late birthday, Marina.
And this episode airs on my birthday, so happy birthday, me.
Oh my God. More importantly, happy birthday, Lucy. It's not her birthday at the time we're recording this, so I'm not a bad friend.
No, although you didn't know Courtney's mom's real name.
Oh my God. You barely did.
I said it.
I know.
All right.
just don't like how much this has shaken what I thought I knew about my friend.
That's okay.
I have to go unpack this, but I really appreciate everybody being here. And by everybody, I mean Lucy. I appreciate you specifically.
I appreciate you too.
And we appreciate you, Sharaf.
Yes. And come see us on Uncorked, everyone. You can hear this ad free.
Yes.
Which means it's much less irritating.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on down. We've got a bunch of other fun bonus content on there too. So don't miss out. I love the community threads. Everybody's on there chatting.
Mm-hmm.
I love the monthly happy hours. We have really fun extra bonus content. I love Spooky Little Bitch. I love a mansplaining.
Mm-hmm.
You can call in. We can chat.
We have a good time.
Yeah, we have a really good time over there. Come join us.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.